Hey YouTube, this is RoadDoc326 coming back again with another Wave 1 Pursuit of Cobra figure. This is the second to last one I need to review. After this I'll do Snow Job if I can, find his case or box, whatever you want to call it. I seem to have misplaced it, but no worries. Anywho, move on. This is Spirit Iron Knife, as you can clearly see on his packaging there. He's the tracker. Good image of him there. And he is the second Toys R Us exclusive. The other one being Quick Kick, who I just reviewed the other day. Turn his box around, and there you have, his file card and his bio, if you want to pause and read. It's really dirty. This is part of the Jungle Assault section of Pursuit of Cobra, but no one should really be surprised. Anywho, let's bring in the camera and bring in the actual figure, which is Spirit Iron Knife. Very nice figure, especially for a exclusive. He's actually an entirely new mold outside of his waist, which he shares with the 25th anniversary Alpine from 2008. He's got a very John Rambo-ish looking head with the long mullet kind of hair and the band and the eye paint. He looks really good. Spirit's always been one of my favorite characters. He, like in the 80s show, he'd always be really honorable. He'd even go up against Storm Shadow and beat him, which I would imagine be pretty hard, especially for the original Storm Shadow, who was actually cool, unlike the big crybaby Storm Shadows we've been seeing as of late with Resolute and Rise of Cobra, and now Renegades. I don't like him in Renegades either, unfortunately. But he was always another honorable fighter and very, very good. Very nice detail. He's got this nice little eagle thing on his left band. On his right, he's got this nice, probably Native American design. Wish I knew if it meant anything. Probably doesn't, but nice attention to detail. I don't like, however, the weird little dots that they put on his pants, which is very reminiscent of what they would do with some of the Rise of Cobra figures. Another thing I like is they do two different kneecaps. One is more of a normal kneecap look, and one is an oval in a different color because it's supposed to be like a knee protector. Knee guard, whatever. Got a nice vest. Unfortunately, this gun does not come out. Nice detail on the back. Pouches all over the back of his vest, back of his pants, and then the tie for his headband. Articulation-wise, nothing's hindered. Everything's normal. 360 head, 360 arm. They go out and in. Elbow 360, 360 at the wrist, which is at the tip of the wristband and not at the actual wrist part down here. Legs move forward, back, out and in. Double jointed knees, 360 swivel on the feet, and they go down to the only major concern I have with this figure is really loose legs. It's really hard to tell on camera, but they are very, very loose. Not to the point where, like, if you put them up like this or something, they're not going to fall down on their own, but usually I'm really picky with tightness, especially in legs and G.I. Joes. They're just very easy to move, and, I don't like that so much. He also does have, like, a weird, huge gap in his crotch on that side. I'm not really surprised because they made all new legs for a torso that already was invented for Alpine. So I figured that there'd be some problems there, but not huge. Obviously comes with a stand, which he fits just fine too, once I find the hole in his feet. See? Just fine. Go on to his accessories now. See what we get here. What should we do first? Well, we'll start with these. He comes with two neon lime green. They kind of just look almost like seaweed from a glance, or like parts of like vines or something that would hang off of them, but they're actually, upon closer inspection, snakes. I can't really get a good view of it for you, but that's the head, and you can see like little lines around him. Pretty nice detail for such a tiny figure, but not pick up on camera, so that's unfortunate. Next, we'll go with his, I guess it would be an M4 with a underbelly shotgun attachment there. Fits well in both his hands. I'll just show it in his right hand for now. That's what he holds it best in. An issue that I have with this assault rifle is there's no holes, no finger holes where that trigger is or that trigger. You don't really see that very much with G.I. Joes because, you know, they are more money and therefore they put more attention to detail in it and usually cut those out. This is like the core material right here. It's pretty pathetic. Other than that, it's just fine. Very solid plastic, nice detail, but really bugs me. Next, he comes with a machete. Really cool looking machete. Fits well in his right hand. Of course, it's not going to now. There. Fits well in it. Left hand, not so much. His left hand is more open than his right, and you can see that it just sort of can go in and out and just fall out willy-nilly. Unfortunately, no cool like sheath to, you know, put it here, like right on his back or something. Wish they would have put that in. He does come also with this tomahawk that I'm used to seeing from a lot of Rise of Cobra figures. You know, Bench Press had it, Crimson Viper had it. I'm sure there's more. I can't think off the top of my head. It does fit pretty well in both of his hands, more so his right because it's tighter, and his left isn't as good. But it does have that really thick part of the handle towards the base, so, you know, you can put that part in his hand if it's too loose, and then it fits just fine. The last set of things he comes with is a bow. Really nice looking, new age, I don't know, composite bow. I don't know what this part is right here. Maybe it's like a flashlight or a part to maybe hold arrows in real life. It doesn't do anything on the figure itself, so I have really no idea. Maybe it's like to steady your arm with, but it does have a nice little handle, and it does fit very well in his hand, which I would hope because, you know, this is his signature weapon to have. I don't know which way it goes, to be honest with you. I think I had it right the first time. Yeah, I'm sure I had it right the first time. I'm just going to take it off. It's a hassle. Next, he comes with the second part of that is a quiver with arrows. I don't know why this flex tie is still on it. I'm honestly just too lazy to take it off. And it seems every time I take off a flex tie, something falls off and it never clips back on. So I'm really weary. What I think it was is this arrow that comes with it separately to put in the bow came with it inside of that, but it already has these two peg holes, as you can see, to peg it in, and then it's held on his back. It can be very frail at certain angles. It'll fit in just fine, but if you like sort of hit it at the right spot, you know, it's got like an Achilles heel where it'll just fall out really easily. The quiver, though, does peg into the peg hole on his back very nicely. You can see how it's not going all the way in due to the restriction from these pouches on his back, but not a huge deal, and it works just fine still. Overall, very solid figure. If you can still find him, I'd pick him up. I know for me, in my Toys R Us, it was very difficult locating the exclusives. I only saw him once, picked them up, and then I haven't seen him since. So they're ghosts. If you can find them, great. If not, keep trying. Maybe buy them online from somebody. Who knows? Anyway, this was Road Doc 326. Peace out.